Today, I won't be doing a tutorial on clearing maps. Instead, I'm bringing you an ultra-detailed guide on quick weapon switching and instant reload techniques. Next, we'll cover these two skills from both the in-game perspective and the hand cam perspective, so you can fully master them and quickly take your in-game performance and skills to the next level. After the new update, the post-action delay when switching weapons while running has been greatly reduced. But there's a big drawback to switching weapons the normal way. After switching, there's about a 1-second freeze where you can't aim down sights. Here you can see that after switching weapons, I clicked to aim down sights 3 times in a row, but nothing happened. You have to wait for the freeze to end before you can aim normally. This post-action delay might seem short, but it actually greatly reduces your ability to counterattack and makes your controls feel much less smooth. So during matches, we can use a quick switch technique to cancel out the freeze time, allowing us to aim down sights instantly. Here's how to do it. First, switch to your weapon. Then, tap the display button. Next, tap to aim down sights. This way, the freeze after switching weapons is gone, so you can switch and aim instantly. When you string these actions together, your controls will feel super smooth and natural. The method I'm talking about here is a point-by-point technique to cancel the aiming freeze, which is pretty easy for most regular players to pick up. Once you get the hang of it, you can move on to more advanced techniques like pressing the buttons at the same time. So now you've learned how to instantly switch weapons to cancel the aiming freeze. Next, let's talk about how to use instant switching to cancel the switching freeze. Have you noticed that those top players can switch back and forth between their knife and gun with almost no delay? We all know that different knives have different draw delays, which means that when you switch to your knife, during the time it takes to fully draw it, you can't immediately switch back to your gun. This is especially true for those knives that feel really heavy and are slow to switch, which lowers our fluidity and ability to counterattack. By using instant switching to cancel the switching freeze, you can solve this problem and switch back and forth without any delay. Here's how to do it. Press the switch button and the inspect button at the same time. Then, when switching back to your gun, press the switch button and the inspect button at the same time again. Next, aim down sights, and that's how you use instant switching to cancel the knife switching freeze. Let me show you the whole process in one smooth motion. Alright, now you've learned how to use instant switching to cancel both the aiming and switching freezes. Next, let's move on to the quick reload tutorial. Before we start, I want to mention that my videos are mainly tutorials, so they take a long time to make and usually don't get many views. Not many people enjoy watching them, so if you happen to like this kind of content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to support me. If you have friends who want to improve, feel free to tag them and invite them to learn together. Every like and recommendation helps. Normally, when we press reload, there's a reload animation, which wastes a lot of time and can get us caught reloading at a bad moment in emergencies. That's why quick reloading is a really practical technique to prevent getting caught during a reload. Here's how to do it. The most important thing to remember is that you can't have the gun you want to quick reload equipped in your hands. First, switch to another weapon, then open your inventory and click on the gun you want to reload. Next, click to remove the magazine. Then, click on the gun again. Finally, click to equip the magazine. And just like that, we've completed a quick reload. Let me show you the whole process in one smooth demonstration. Of course, if you feel like this method doesn't suit you, there's a second way to quick reload. The requirement is the same as the first method. The gun you want to quick reload can't be in your hands. Once you get the hang of it, even if you only have the time it takes to jump in a real fight, or even just a brief moment when your opponent peeks, you can still finish swapping magazines. Okay, that wraps up this tutorial. See you next time for a full map guide.